Hi everyone, this is Jan. In today's lesson I want to do an easy oval for you. I've had some requests to do an oval table topper, so I had to dig through my stash to find an oval shape. I mostly sell the round ones in my eBay store, but anyway, we're going to do an oval one. And I'm on the Stellaire today because the largest size that I can do is a 9.5 by 14. Even though I have the Solaris, my machines are on a built-in desk and I only have 24-inch desktop. So I can only move out my machine so far, and it's like an inch hanging over the edge to get the 9.5 by 14 hoop on there. So I don't get to use my large hoops unless I wanted to move my machine someplace else. And I don't have any other place to move it, so that's the size that I do these in. So the first thing we want to do is we want to go into my design center. So I have my design center, and then the next thing we want to do is do a placement line for our oval here. So let's go into shapes and go ahead and choose the round circle. Click OK, and then go to size, and the size I want is as far as the height goes, I want about 13.5. So I'm watching that top number up there, and I'm going to get as close to 13.5. Almost there. 13.50 is what I'm looking for. There we go. Now I want to check my hoop too. Let me go up here because I know I've been sewing on different things. So let's get the size hoop we need. Come on. 9.5 by 14. There we go. All right. Then we need our width, and the width I want it to be, let's see, now the directions here say 13.5 tall and 9 inches wide. So let's go over here and go for the width, and I'm looking at the bottom number right up there. Let's go 9. Oops. There we go. 9 by 13.5. Okay, that's the size I want. So let's go ahead and center it. So click on this dot right here, click OK. Now let's assign it a run stitch. So go to line properties. I want a running stitch. I'm going to go red for a placement line. Go OK. Go to the bucket. Now touch the line here to turn it red. Okay, so that's my placement line. Now I want to save that in my pocket. So I want this one right here that goes into the pocket. Click on that. I want to save it to the machine. Okay, now we can go next. And I want my running stitch to be 100. So let's click 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and set. Click preview. OK. Set. OK. And now we have it in our edit menu. which is right here. You can tell you're in the edit menu. You'll have edit up here and you will have add down here. Okay. So the next thing I need to do is I need to add a batting tack down. So let's go add. And let's go ahead and go into my design center. And let's go ahead and go into shapes. Let's go back to a circle. Let's go OK. Let's go to size. And for this one, I want it just a little bit smaller for the batting. I don't want it in the placement line. So let's go for height. Let's go 13. Now I could have brought in the red oval, but you can do it this way too. Gives you some practice. Oops. 13. Okay, and the width, I'm going to go 8.95. Let's see. On the width, let's go 8.95. Come on. Okay. 13 and then 8.95. Okay, center it. Okay. Let's assign it a straight stitch. And we want that green. Okay. Go to the bucket and tap it green till it turns green. Now, I don't need to save this one. Okay, so then go next. Let's change this to 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Set. Preview. Okay. Set. Okay. Now, this is weird because look how far in it is from the top as opposed to the sides. Okay, so I'm going to, it'll select it. Okay, let me just go OK on that. Let's go down here to select. There. It's selected the green one. Let's go to edit. Let's go to size. And I am going to bump this up a little bit there. Let's see, that's too much. Maybe right there. And then on the width, I want to come in a little bit. There we go. And see how that, let me zoom up here. Let's see. Okay. See how on these, see the red and then there's the green. I just want it in a little bit like that. Okay, so we're good. Let's go back down to 100. That's how you can check it, because you might not be able to see this screen because it's so small. Now click the circle, click OK. All right, now the next thing we need to do, now see I have add here, so I know it's in our menu up here. Now the next thing I need to do is our inner circle for our fabric, you know, the white here. Let's see. Let's go 11.5 on our height. Okay, so what's that top number up there? 9, 10, 11.50. Oops. 11.50. And for the width, we had 9. So 6, 9, 8, 7. Let's try 7 inches. So let's go down here and we want to increase the bottom number to 7. Ooh, I always overshoot it. Okay, 7 by 11.50. Let's center that. Let's go OK. Now let's go to our line properties. Let's assign it a straight stitch. Let's make this one purple. Go OK. Go to our bucket. Click on the line to turn it purple. Now I do want to save this one because we'll need it whenever we want to do our candle wicking. So let's save it to the pocket in the machine. Now let's go ahead and go next. And we want our running stitch. We want to go back up to 100. Set. Let's preview. OK. Set. OK. Alright, that looks pretty good. So we're back to square one. We've got our red line for our placement, our green line for our batting tack down, and this is the purple line. We have that for our inner fabric. Okay, that's when we lay the white fabric down. You do your circle around it, and then you go ahead and put your design or fancy fill in this, and that's what we're going to do next. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do our fancy fill. So let's go add, and I have to go back into my design center, and I want to go to the pocket. I want to go to the machine, and I want to pull up again the purple line. Now see, this line here was the last one I put in, so I've got 2 purple. I'm going to get rid of the first line. I'm going to show you how to do that. You just click on it. Once it highlights, got a delete button here, just click delete and go OK. Alright, so now we've just got our red and our purple. So let's go ahead and click on the purple. Let's click set. Okay, now we want to turn this into a no-sew because we want to do our fill. So let's go to line properties and let's go no-sew. Okay. Go to the bucket and turn the line gray. Okay, now we need to go right over here to the fill properties. Click on the fill properties, and let's click on this little icon here with the arrow. Now let's give it a fill. Choose any fill that you want to. I always like the number 1. I like the roses. I like 12. Go ahead and choose whichever one you want for a fill. I'm just going to go ahead and choose, I'll choose 13 here. Click OK. Now go ahead and I choose blue for a fill, so I'll click blue, click OK. Go to the bucket here under fill properties, click that, click inside that circle. Okay, click next. And you have options of changing your fill as far as size goes. Usually 100 is a little small for me, takes a while to stitch out, so I usually change it 120, 125. Let's go 125, and for the direction, I usually leave it the same. And for the outline, I make sure that's on. Otherwise, it's going to do a bunch of little jump stitches here on the outside edge. So let's go set. And let's preview that. Okay. Now, got quite a few. I like that size there. Okay, so let's click set. Okay. And we have our fill in there. Placement. Batting tack down. Our inner fabric placement and tack down. And then we do our fancy fill. Okay, now the next thing we need to do is we need to put our outside border fabric on once we finish the fill. Now if you want another design on top of here, go ahead and do that next. If you don't, you just want the fancy fill, then go ahead and continue with the way I'm doing this. So let's go add my design center. I want my pocket on the machine. I want to pull up my red circle, set. Okay, I can keep it. It's the size I want. Let's just go next. Let's go ahead and change the run though to 100. Set. Preview. Okay. Set. Okay. Alright, so now we have outside line to tack down our outside fabric here, our border fabric. Okay, we've got the fill all done. And we are going to tack down this outside border on the outside. And then now we need our line to tack down the inside border. So let's go add my design center. Let's go ahead and go to our pocket. We want the purple line. Go to the machine. We want the purple line. Set. Next. Let's change this to 100. Set. Preview. Okay. Set. Okay. Alright, now we have our purple line. So what that has done, it's tacked down a line on the border, tacked down a line on the inner fabric here. So the next thing you would need to do when you were doing your design is you would need to cut this inside circle out because it's going to have your border fabric all across the top there. So you need to cut out your center piece here so it exposes your fancy fill. Okay, so once we do that, then we need to go ahead and put in our candle wicking. So for that, we need to pull up our purple line again. So let's go add. And let's go my design center. Let's go in the pocket. Machine. Let's pull up that purple line. Set. And I'm going to change the color on this because I already had the purple on there. Let's change this one to pink. Okay. Okay, go to the bucket, turn this one pink. Okay, so it's different color than the purple. Okay, so for this one, we want to do the candle wicking. So let's go ahead and go to line properties, candle wicking, and we've got our pink. Okay. Go to our bucket. I'm sorry, I already did that. I think I did that twice. Okay, now we need to go to next. Now for the settings on this, I always change the size to 3. Come on. Either goes too fast or too slow. Okay, I change it to 3. And on the spacing, I always do the spacing down to 0. They're not going to sew on top of each other. So you're okay at 0. Okay, go set. Preview. Okay. All right. There's our candle wicking. Now go set. Okay. All right, there's our candle wicking. Okay, now, so we have the candle wicking next. Now the next thing we need to do is we need to put our backing on. So for that, I am going to pull up the red line, but I'm going to bring it in smaller. See, we have a green line, a red line. I need to bring the backing line down below the green line. If I don't do that, then the line from these two lines is going to show when you turn it inside out. Okay, so we need to move that line in. So let's go add my design center. Let's go to the pocket, go to the machine, go to our red circle, go to set, go to size. Now this one's at 13.51. So we need to bring this, let's bring this down to 13. Okay, so let's watch that top number. Now I'm just going to test this because this might be, I guess if you try to go fast, it won't do it. Okay, there's, come on. Okay, 13. It's 9 across. Let's go ahead and do 8.95 maybe. Let's try it. I like it better with the keypad. All right, let's center it. Let's go OK. Now let's go ahead and I'm going to change the color of this so I can see it. Let's go to a straight run. I usually do it in a bright gold here. Let's go OK. Let's go to the bucket. Let's turn it a gold color. And let's go next. And I want this. Now for this one here, you can go ahead and leave it a smaller stitch, but being it's going to do a run stitch twice on this, we'll go ahead and do it at 100. Preview. Okay. Now, set. Okay. All right. So what we're looking for here, and like I say, I may have to come back and change this. The top here looks okay, and the bottom looks okay. What I'm concerned about is I don't see the gold line coming in far enough in the width. Okay, so I'm going to go up here to edit. We're going to go to size. I have to click on the zigzag stitch here, go OK. Now on the size, I need to pull the sides in a little bit. So let's go one click. Now let's see where that went. Come on, let's go over here so we can see it. Okay, I need to go in maybe one click more. I can't see it. There we go. Now I see that the gold line is right here. Okay, now let's move up here. I want to look at the top. Now I'm going to try to click it one time and see if I can get it a little closer to the green line. Let's just try it. Nope. No go. Okay, so it's got to stay at that. So the gold line should be first, the green line second, and the red line third on there. And as long as that gold line is first all the way around, you're good. Let's go back to 100. Okay, I'm going to center it, and we're going to go OK. All right. Now let's go to Edit, and I'm going to go over, I'm going to do a line draw here. Okay, so let's go down here and click on here. I'm going to keep it at 1 so that it goes slower. Okay, let's go ahead and start this. That's your placement line. Next is your batting tack down. Next is your inner circle fabric tack down. Next is your fancy fill. Okay, next is your I did a border fabric and the inner fabric line, and now you cut that out, and then you go ahead and do your candle wicking on top. Now the next thing should be our backing fabric tack down. Okay, so everything's on there that we need to complete this oval. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You should have 8 steps to that. All right, now what I will do on the video is I'll go ahead and sew this out, and while I'm sewing this out, I will go ahead and take photos of it, and at the end of this video you will have photos step by step on how to sew this out. Okay, and then that way you'll know the placement and everything. But this is a general placement of any kind of topper you want to do for any shape that you're doing. All right, you got 8 steps here. If you add a design to it, you're going to have 9. Well, actually more than 9, because you would have all of your colors for your design. But if you're just doing a fill with no design or anything, no lettering, anything, you're going to have 8 steps. So you would use this placement series for doing any kind of shape that you're going to do, whether it's an oval, a circle, a hexagon, an egg shape, whatever you want to do. Just use this sequence and just change your shape, and you'll be able to do any kind of a topper. Okay, everyone, go ahead and sew out your topper, and I'll go ahead and finish up this video so that I can get this to you. And the last thing that you want to do is you want to click on memory right here before you go to embroidery. Click on memory, save it to your machine or a USB. If you want to sew it out now, go over here to embroidery. Okay, and you can sew it out. Let's say I don't want to sew it out today, I want to sew it out tomorrow. So when you come back to tomorrow, you would go to embroidery. You would go to your machine right here. Okay, and there's your design right here. It put it in the embroidery file, PHX. Okay, so that would be your sew out. You would just click on that. Click set. Okay, then click embroidery. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and sew this out for everybody and take photos for you. Okay, thanks everyone for joining me for this video. Make sure that you like, you've subscribed. Also, I have all these toppers that you see here. I have all these toppers on my eBay store. And I will put a link below so that you can go visit it and see what I've done. It'll give you lots of ideas too on all the toppers that I've done. And you can do them yourself on your machine. Alright, thanks again. And until next time, take care and bye for now.